Assalamu alaikum, welcome to my YouTube channel, and here we are to solve our HRM627 assignment number 1, which is a human resource development course. So here we have 10 scenarios in which we have to tell whether they are intrinsic motivation or extrinsic motivation. First of all, we have to discuss about what is intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Alright, we have simple definitions here: intrinsic values, or you can say intrinsic motivation. So first we'll discuss intrinsic values. What are these? These are related to internal or personal qualities, experiences and motivations. They are driven by an individual's inner sense of purpose and fulfillment. In simple word, intrinsic values वो होती हैं जो हमें सेल्फली हमें डिज़ायर्ड हों किसी चीज़ की, जो हम अपने पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंसेस के लिए करें, हमारी पर्सनल कोई मोटिवेशन हो, हम अपने इनर पीस के लिए करें, इनर सेंस ऑफ पर्पस जिसको हमें फुलफ़िल करना हो उसके लिए हम करें, उनको कहते हैं इंट्रिंसिक मोटिवेशंस या intrinsic values. Again, we have extrinsic values. People who prioritize extrinsic values may be motivated by external factors like money, power, social status, and the desire to get approval or recognition from others. So in simple words, extrinsic values are from external factors. जो एक्सटर्नली फोर्स इम्प्लीमेंट्स होती हैं हमारे ऊपर, या एक्सटर्नली मटीरियलिस्टिक थिंग हमें फोर्स करती हैं टू डू सो, these motivations are called extrinsic values. Financial security, driven by their own sense of responsibility, peace of mind, and a desire for financial stability, prioritizing safety, stability, and risk avoidance. So this is an intrinsic motivation because this motivation is internal and related to their own well-being and stability. So we have second scenario: an individual adheres to workplace dress code and social norms primarily to fit in and avoid criticism from peers, with less consideration for personal values or belief. So this motivation is an extrinsic motivation because this individual adheres to societal norms, not for their personal satisfaction, which is external validation oriented, obviously. So we have our third scenario: a person frequently attends social events and enjoys fine dining experiences as the primary source of well-being and fulfillment. So it is also an extrinsic motivation because attending social events and fine dining for well-being and fulfillment is an external pleasure. Alright, fourth scenario: a person actively engaged in social justice initiatives genuinely cares about making a positive impact and is concerned for the welfare of others. So it is also an intrinsic motivation because actively engaging in social justice initiatives and caring about the welfare of others indicates internal motivation. Okay, and we have learned that internal motivation is intrinsic motivation. Fifth scenario, we have a person who is inclined to seek out new challenges, adventures, and opportunities for growth, a strong desire for variety, exploration, and the excitement that comes with trying new things. So this is also an intrinsic motivation because seeking new challenges and excitement for personal growth is internally motivated. 6, we have a person regularly volunteers at a local charity motivated by a sincere desire to help those in need and make a positive difference in their lives. So it is intrinsic, obviously, to help others is a clear example of intrinsic motivation rooted in personal values. 7th one, we have someone actively participates in cultural traditions and customs because they hold deep personal significance and are committed to preserving their heritage and values. So this is intrinsic because actively participating in cultural traditions and custom due to deep personal significance and commitment to heritage and values is intrinsic motivation because these are self-generated motivations. A person sets personal goals to excel and takes satisfaction in challenging themselves to reach higher levels of performance. This scenario is also indicates intrinsic motivation because this statement reflects intrinsic motivation focused on personal growth and achievement. 9th one, we have a person has a desire for control, influence, and authority. Obviously, it is extrinsic because desiring control, influence from the external oriented. So this is extrinsic motivation. 10th one, we have someone who pursues a personal project like creating art and do it for the joy and self-expression, valuing independence, autonomy, and self-expression. So it is intrinsic motivation. Pursuing a personal project is intrinsically motivated by personal values and creativity. So here we have summed up our whole assignment, and it is a little request that do not copy this assignment because it will mark you 0, and kindly share, subscribe this channel.